There are so many amazing and mind-bending facts in the world of science, space, and quantum physics. Today, we're going to explore some of these facts that might seem unbelievable, but they're all true. Let's get started and see what weird and wonderful things are out there in the universe. Where does Earth's oxygen come from? Did you know that 50 to 80% of the oxygen on Earth comes from the oceans? Yep, most of our oxygen isn't from forests or trees, but from plants in the ocean. Plankton, algae, and seaweed create oxygen through photosynthesis. So, the next time you see the ocean, remember that a big part of the air you're breathing comes from it. Your stomach can dissolve razor blades. This might sound crazy, but our stomach is so powerful that it can dissolve razor blades. The acid in our stomach is super strong, with a pH level of 1 to 3. A study showed that a single-edged razor blade will dissolve in a few hours inside your stomach. But don't go swallowing razor blades. That's super dangerous. How heavy are clouds? Ever wondered how heavy those clouds floating in the sky are? An average cloud weighs about 1,000,000 tons, 10 million kilograms. That's like 10,000 elephants. It's hard to believe that something so heavy can float in the sky, right? Giraffes and lightning. A strange connection. You might be surprised to know that giraffes are 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning than humans. This is because their tall height makes them an easy target for lightning. Identical twins aren't exactly the same. We've always heard that identical twins are the same in every way, but the truth is that identical twins don't have the same fingerprints. Even though their DNA is identical, fingerprints are formed by the baby's movement in the womb, so they're different. Your brain is eating itself. This might freak you out, but your brain is constantly eating itself. This process is called phagocytosis, where brain cells eat smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the nervous system. Don't worry, this process isn't harmful. It's necessary to keep your brain healthy. Wearing a tie can be bad for your brain. Do you wear a tie to the office every day? You might be surprised to learn that wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by up to 7.5%. Now, you have another excuse not to wear a tie. You can die from laughter. Yes, you can actually die from laughing too much. Intense laughter and continuous laughing can cause a heart attack or suffocation. There have been several such cases in history. So, be careful the next time you're watching a comedy show. How do we taste things? Have you ever wondered how we taste food? Actually, we need saliva to taste food. The chemicals in food have to dissolve in saliva before they can reach our taste buds. That's why food tastes bland when your mouth is dry. Amazing facts about space and astronomy. How big is our sun? Our sun is so big that 1 million Earths could fit inside it. It's the largest object in our solar system and contains 99.86% of the entire solar system's mass. It's so big that if you imagined it as a football, Earth would be the size of a tiny grain of sand. Scooty. The biggest star. If you think our sun is big, you need to learn about Scooty. It's the biggest star we know of so far, and it's 1,700 times bigger than our sun. You could fit 5 billion stars like our sun inside it. It's located near the center of our galaxy, about 9,500 light-years away from Earth. It's hard to even imagine how big it must be. The moon is actually a piece of Earth. Did you know that our moon is actually a piece of Earth? Scientists believe that about 4.5 billion years ago, a large object collided with Earth, causing a part of Earth to break off, and that became our moon. The soil on the moon and Earth is very similar, which confirms this theory. What's at the center of the galaxy? At the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, is a huge black hole called Sagittarius A*. It's so powerful that it's spinning millions of stars around it. Scientists recently took a picture of this black hole, which is a major achievement. Diamond rain on Neptune. Neptune, the 8th planet in our solar system, has extremely strange weather. Scientists believe that there's so much heat and pressure there that it rains diamonds. Can you imagine what it would be like to see diamond rain? Humans get taller in space. When astronauts go into space, they become about 3% taller. This is because the lack of gravity causes their spines to stretch. However, they return to their normal height when they come back to Earth. A day on Mercury is equal to 59 Earth days. Mercury, which is closest to the Sun, rotates very slowly on its axis. It takes 59 Earth days for Mercury to complete one day. It takes more than 2 months for the Sun to rise and set there. Footprints on the Moon still exist. There's no air or water on the Moon to erase the astronauts' footprints. So, the footprints left by astronauts during the Apollo missions will remain there for millions of years. Neil Armstrong's famous step that he took in 1969 is still there today, Uranus's strange rotation. Uranus, the 7th planet in our solar system, rotates in a very strange way. It rotates completely sideways, like a ball rolling. Scientists believe that it started rotating this way because of a collision with a large object in ancient times. This also causes extremely severe weather there, where half the planet is in constant darkness for 21 Earth years. How big is our solar system? In 1977, NASA sent a spacecraft called Voyager 1, which entered interstellar space in 2012, meaning it crossed the boundary of our solar system. But if we consider the boundaries of our solar system to be the Oort cloud, it will take Voyager 1 another 14,000 to 28,000 years to completely leave it. This shows how vast our solar system is. We've all heard that Saturn has beautiful rings, but did you know that all the outer planets in our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, have their own rings? However, Saturn's rings are the most beautiful and prominent because they're made of icy water that reflects light better. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter is the largest storm in our solar system, and it's been observed since the 1600s. But surprisingly, this storm is shrinking. In 2014, the storm was only 10,250 miles wide, which is about half of its historical size. Scientists are still trying to understand why this is happening. In the world of quantum physics, the behavior of matter is quite strange. It sometimes behaves like a particle and sometimes like a wave. This is called wave-particle duality. Simply put, if you look at the double-slit experiment, light behaves like waves and creates an interference pattern. But if you try to see which slit it's passing through, it behaves like a particle. It's a truly mind-blowing thing. Superposition. Being in two places at once. Another amazing concept in quantum physics is that something can be in two places at the same time. This is called superposition, which was discovered by physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1927. According to this, the existence of something is spread out in time and space. For example, if you measure the position of an electron on one side of a barrier, it can be in two places at the same time. Schrödinger's famous cat experiment was presented to explain this theory. in which the cat can exist in both alive and dead states simultaneously. Uncertainty principle. How precisely can we measure? One consequence of the rules of quantum mechanics is that you cannot accurately measure both the position and momentum of a particle at the same time. This is called the uncertainty principle. That is, if you know more precisely about the location of a particle, you will be less precise about its speed. And if you are more precise about its speed, you will be less precise about its location. This is completely different from our common understanding, where we can measure both the position and speed of something at the same time. Quantum tunneling, passing through barriers. Another strange aspect of quantum physics is quantum tunneling. According to this, a particle that goes against a barrier can pass through it, even if its kinetic energy is less than the maximum energy of the barrier. It's like you're passing through a wall without a door. In classical physics, the particle would get stuck in the barrier, but in the quantum world, it can tunnel through it. This helps with radioactive decay, nuclear fusion, and many technologies. Quantum entanglement, connected particles. One of the most interesting things about quantum physics is quantum entanglement. When quantum systems interact with each other, quantum entanglement can result. Their properties become so intertwined that the explanation of the whole system is no longer possible through individual parts alone. Erwin Schrödinger called entanglement the trait of quantum mechanics that distinguishes it from classical thinking. Quantum entanglement makes quantum computing possible and is part of quantum communication protocols. The Quran says, "Everything is made of water." After the invention of the microscope, science today proves that 90% of every living cell is made of water. But the Quran said this 1400 years ago. And we made every living thing from water. Then, will they not believe? The Quran says, iron was brought from outside. Science is now proving that iron is not a product of this earth, but it was brought from outside. Thousands of years ago, a meteorite from space struck the earth, spreading iron on the earth. The Quran also indicates that we sent down iron for the benefit of people, in which there is great power. The Quran says, "The sky is a protected roof." Science is proving that the sky controls our temperature. The layer in the sky blocks such rays of the sun that are harmful to the earth. Allah says in the Quran, "And we made the sky a protected roof." The Quran says, mountains are pegs in the earth. According to science, mountains hold the earth in place. If they were not there, the earth would sway back and forth. Their roots are deeper in the earth than we think. The Quran indicates, is it not a fact that we made the earth a floor and the mountains like pegs? The Quran says the universe is expanding. The universe is constantly expanding. This was said by a scientist named Stephen Hawking in the 20th century. Before that, the world did not even imagine it. But it was stated in the Quran 1400 years ago, "We built the sky with our hands, and indeed we are expanding it." Some more interesting facts. Opioorphin, a powerful painkiller hidden in saliva. Your mouth not only has 72 types of bacteria, but your saliva also produces a powerful painkiller. It's called opioorphin, and it's 6 times more powerful than morphine. It protects chemicals called enkephalins, which prevent pain signals from reaching the brain. The speed of a red blood cell's journey. Did you know that it takes a red blood cell only 20 seconds to complete a full cycle of the body? That means your blood cells cycle your entire body 3 times in a minute. the size of dinosaur poop. Dinosaurs were the largest animals in the world, so, everything about them was big. The largest piece of dinosaur poop ever discovered is more than 30 centimeters long and weighs more than 2 liters. That's about the size of a small dog. The chicken that lived without a head. In the 1940s, a strange incident occurred in America when a chicken lived for 18 months without a head. This chicken was cut by an American farmer, Lloyd Olson, on September 10, 1945. But it survived without a head because some parts of its head and brain stem remained, which could run its body functions. How many bacteria are there in the world? If all the bacteria in the world were placed on top of each other, this distance would be equal to 10 billion light years. It would be more than our entire visible universe. This gives you an idea of how many bacteria exist around us. Final thoughts. The world and the universe are full of scientific facts, and scientists are still discovering new things every day. Today we learned about some interesting, amazing, and sometimes slightly scary facts. These tell us how complex and amazing our world, universe, and even our own bodies are. Science has made a lot of progress today, but there are still many questions that have not been answered. The fact is that scientists have only been able to know about 5% of this universe to date. The more we learn about the universe, the more we realize how little we know.